Welcome to another QuickBites episode with Getting Lost. Today, we're going to look at the exhibition for the Justice League movie coming up at VivoCity at the Atrium. Okay, so before they actually set up the Atrium exhibit, they actually put in some of the statues around here. These statues previously were actually standing at the cinema itself, but they moved it here a few days before they set up the exhibition. And I think by now some of you may have actually watched the movie already. How was it? I have not watched the movie yet, so please, no spoilers, no spoilers. Anyway, so these are just some of the life-size exhibits of the characters of the Justice League. Somehow there's only 4 characters here. And I do not know about you, but somehow the character seems a bit tall. But I really like this new armor for the Flash. I find it very interesting. And lastly, Cyborg. Half machine, half man. And as you can see here, there at the bottom, there's actually like wires. So I suspect that the eyes will light up. DC Comic calls this type of people meta-humans. So they are super-powered characters, maybe excluding Batman. But the rest of them are actually called meta-humans. Anyway, here's the exhibition again. So basically it's an exhibition for them to actually sell you the toys. But what's really interesting is behind there. Do you see that? This is the Knightcrawler. It's one of Batman's latest vehicles. Okay, which I find it is life-size. Yep, life-size. Okay, so I do find it quite interesting. Look at that. The detail is actually quite impressive. Actually, I actually quite like it. Except for certain parts that looks a bit plasticky, but other than that, quite nice, quite impressive. Anyway, here are some of the figures they have for sale. We have a Superman here, but the Superman here looks a bit older than the movies. Yep, some of the female characters. And the Flash and Arrow from the TV series. And lastly here, these are made by Selangor Pewter. So these are actually pewter models of Batman, the Joker and the Batmobile. Okay, and here are the figures again. As you can see, the missing figure is here. Look at that, the eyes are lighted up. The eyes and the forehead dot. So these are basically the figures again. And then the missing figure is back here, which is, as you can see, these are all the normal figures we saw just now. And Aquaman with his trident. Look at that. What happened to Aquaman? How come he suddenly appeared here? Well, maybe previously he disappeared. You know, being Aquaman, he may have went to Changi Village, or for an older reference, Bugis Street. Anyway, that was a joke for any Singaporeans and Malaysians out there, exclusively for you. Anyway, I find the texture of the costume actually quite nice. And if you notice behind his at the elbow there's actually a fin, and then there's also actually another belt buckle at the back of his belt there. Very interesting. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me for this QuickBites episode. Please tune in for my next adventure. Bye bye.